Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Coming up today on FST News, the Thespian Club is selling holiday grams during lunch.
Plus, boys basketball won in the clear sweep yesterday. Chris Natali has details on their first game last night. That and more coming up today on FST News.
Good morning. Today is the start of the countdown to Christmas. It is Wednesday, December 1st. I'm Christian Davis.
And I'm Leslie Clay. Welcome back, Falcons.
Help support the Thespian Club by buying a holiday gram just in time for the holiday season. If you want to help support the Thespian Club, you can buy a holiday gram in the quad during your lunch. These holiday grams will be sold until the end of this week. The grams will be delivered to fourth period classes starting next week.
Seniors, make sure to bring a cozy blanket and some hot cocoa for senior movie night. Senior movie night will be this Friday. Doors will be open at 6 p.m. and the movie will start at 6:30 p.m. The movie will be Home Alone. Admission with the senior ID is $1 for each person. Admission will help Stuco raise money for Senior Field Day at the end of the year. They will be selling cotton candy, popcorn, hot cocoa, and water will be provided. Administrators would like to remind seniors that Home Alone is a PG movie.
It is the beginning of the holiday season, and Stuco is hosting a Holiday Spirit Week next week. Next week's Spirit Week is themed after classic Christmas movies. Monday is themed after the Polar Express, and you should wear PJs to school. Tuesday is themed after Home Alone, and you can bundle up with a beanie and scarf. Wednesday is themed after the Grinch, and it is anything but Santa's bag. Thursday is themed after Frosty the Snowman, and you should wear white. Friday is themed after Charlie Brown, and it is Ugly Sweater Day. The assembly is also on Friday.
FOOTHILL's dance program will be having their annual winter dance concert this week. The concert will take place tonight and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Tickets are $7 at the door. The showcase features Dance 1, Dance 2, the Varsity Dance Team, and Manion's Dance Team. They're performing class routines that they've been working on since the start of the semester, as well as a few select student choreographed pieces. Not only will the dance concert be a showcase, but it will also be a fundraiser to support the dance program.
Foothill's own improv team is hosting a show next week. On December 6th and 13th, the improv team is hosting shows in Foothill's own theater. The show begins at 7 p.m., with doors open at 6:45, and entry is free.
An enormous job fair will be taking place right here at Foothill next week. Foothill is partnering up with the City of Henderson to plan a huge job fair. This job fair will happen here on campus all next week. There will be 100 positions available for you to apply for. These positions will include aquatics, safety, sports, and more. If they're interested in hiring you, they will call you back for an interview by the end of next week. End of this week. The week of the job fair, I'm sorry. Those interviews will also take place on campus. Make sure to clear your calendars for events for the evenings next week.
After this short break, Kristen and Tally will have the sports update for you.
Come out December 1st versus Las Vegas. It's senior night. Come watch these beasts wrestle. See you there.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of FFC Sports. I'm Chris Natali, and let's see what's going down on the sports side of the hill. Last night, our boys basketball teams faced off in our first season game and our first home game as all three teams sent Rancho High packing home. The B team won 74-36, the JV team won 63-37, and the varsity team won 78-71. Last night's game was a back-and-forth battle, and though the game came down to the wire, our team pulled away in the final minutes to keep the lead and come home with the win. We'll keep you updated on future games as our schedule gets busy this upcoming week with a tournament in Reno and 3 games coming up. From weekly COVID testing to limited events, high school athletics is certainly facing unique challenges this year. FST first-year reporter Karimi Sanchez interviews Coach Domingo and runners as they reflect on the closed-out fall season.
The fall sports season has come to a close, and coaches are reflecting on the unique season and how they and athletes alike not only won on the track, but also against the challenges COVID still poses this season. Coach Domingo led several of his cross-country runners to state championships despite these challenges. He says he never lets his expectations of the cross-country team waver.
My expectations for any team, whether girl or boys, in cross-country is always high. I like to finish first. I'm a big proponent of winning. So expectations are always at the top. I never say, hey, let's try to finish fifth. I say, hey, let's try to finish first. So expectations, regardless of what's going on, the way we practice, the work we put in.
Athletes have been doing more than just running this season. They've also been vigorously working in the weight room, doing core, lifting, as well as plyometrics. These athletes have put in hard work and dedication to be able to compete in regionals this year.
Expectations always have to be high, and as a coach, if your expectations aren't high, you probably shouldn't be coaching.
Ryan Cooley was a newcomer to cross country, and although she was not able to train with the team for some time before freshman year, she still put in the work to succeed.
I think there's going to be a lot of good competition, and the course is pretty difficult, but I think we're going to do good because we've been training.
Ryan had the opportunity to run in regionals as a freshman and had a lot to say about what she expected the team plan to be.
I think they're all going to be trying really hard because it's regionals, so that means we got to step up and do our best too.
Ryan had said how she thought the race would turn out, and although she said it would not be easy, she was still optimistic.
I would want to win, but I'm just going to do my best.
Just as Ryan predicted, the competition was harsh, and athletes from the same and opposing teams pushed each other to run their best. Soleil Follman and Nathan Carlin took first place in their respective races. Many athletes on the team also PR'd. Athletes took some time after to talk to Domingo about how their season had went.
I think I did okay. I didn't PR, but overall I think the team did pretty good.
With 3 of our teammates, one of which representing our girls team, headed up to the state competition, some of our runners had a message to share with those champs who made the season all the better.
Tell them good luck and try their best, and I know they're going to do great.
With our own Soleil Follman taking 5th in state, many athletes say that they look forward to the next season. Runners are now starting to put in the work for track to do better. One thing is for sure, though, the team went above and beyond to end their season on a high note. Reporting for FST News, this is Ariel Truax.
Falcons on me! Falcons on 3!
1, 2, 3, Falcons! Woo!
Coach Domingo is now coaching flag football this winter season. Speaking of flag football, Green Valley's flag football team beat Foothill at Green Valley yesterday and won by a score of 31-6. Our wrestling team tied for first place out at the Boulder City Duels. The team's record was 3-1. Heavyweight Cole Abbott had 4 pins and a 4-0 record. In the 113-pound class, Colton Gunny had 2 pins and a 4-0 record. In the 132-pound class, Caden Jennings also had 2 pins and a 4-0 record. Many of the rest of the Falcons wrestlers finished with a 3-1 record. Coaches say they are really excited to see how good this young team can be. Their senior night is tonight in our gym versus Las Vegas High School. They say senior night is early this season because tonight will be their solo duel of the year. Continuing with senior season openers, bowling started their season against Green Valley at Samstown as both boys and girls teams lost. The boys team lost 3 rounds to 0, and the girls also lost 3 rounds to 0. The new coach, Coach Roche, says he's worried about their season since the girls are short a couple players, but has high optimism.
The girls team's pretty small. We only have 5 bowlers, and we can have as many as 10, so we're a little bit short there. So the girls are going to have a little bit of a struggle this season. The guys, though, they look like they could be pretty good. We're excited to see where all that goes.
December 1st, Foothill will have their wrestling senior night versus Las Vegas here. The girls' flag football team also has a game here versus Desert Oasis, and the bowling has a match versus Chaparral at Sunset Station. On Thursday, December 2nd, the boys will have a basketball at the Wild West Shootout in Reno, and it goes all the way till Saturday. The bowling team has a match versus Silverado at South Point, and the girls' flag football team has a match here versus Sloan Canyon. On Friday, December 3rd, the flag football team also has their matches at the Bulldog Tournament at Centennial. On Saturday, December 4th, the boys will continue and end their Wild West Shootout at Reno. The flag football continues their end at the Bulldog Tournament. The girls' basketball will be at Sierra Vista, and the Palo Verde Scramble will host wrestling here. Sunday, December 5th, we have nothing on the calendar. On Monday, December 6th, boys have a home basketball game versus Chaparral, and the bowling team will have a match versus Durango at Gold Coast. And finally, on Tuesday, December 7th, flag football has a game at Boulder City, and girls have a home game versus Mojave. And that's all what's going down in the sports this week. Until next week, Chris and Leslie, back to you.
And that's all the news going around the Hill today, Falcons. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at FST News.
And from all of us here at FST News, have a wonderful Wednesday, Falcons.